All right, YouTube, you got Mark with MRD Farms, and today we are talking about buying a metal building. The questions you should be asking before signing a contract. Now, there's only a handful of videos out here on the topic, and I'm not going to waste anybody's time making a long diatribe, so we're going to jump into this. And keep in mind, as we go down like a phone tree operation, if somebody answers a question correctly, we go to the next step. If they don't, we hang the phone up and we call another company. So the main premise here is one-stop shopping. I don't want to deal with 4 or 5 different people. So with that in mind, you've done some research on the web, you found a company you want to deal with, everything like that. The first question you should be asking, you made this call to the sales dude, or salesperson, whoever it may be, and the first question you should ask them, number one deal is, are you an independent broker, independent sales, authorized sales, or are you an actual employee of a physical company representing them as an employee for sales? Now, if they answer the first 2 questions, yeah, we're a broker, we're independent sales, hang the phone up. You don't want to be dealing with folks like that. You want to deal with authorized salespeople and or somebody who physically works for a company. Okay, you don't want to deal with anything else. The why is that important, dude? Again, it goes back to the premise of one-stop shopping. You don't want to sit there and deal with other people. How do you get warranty items? How do you get, it goes on to other things. And we're going to jump into that. So they've answered, hey, I am a authorized sales guy, or I'm a physical employee of the company and stuff like that. That's good. So you're to ask the next question, well, do you have a physical location? And I'm not meaning someone's garage, their basement, some room rented somewhere. I mean, do you have an actual physical company location where your employees, your installers, a yard with equipment, trucks, everything like that? Do you have a physical location? And whether they answer yes or no on that one, depends where you're going to go to the next step. So you want somebody who has a physical location, and they're licensed, bonded, insured, all that. You want to ask those questions. You don't want to sit there and deal with some fly-by-night companies and everything like that. Like, there's one company that's out there, he advertises really big up and down the East Coast, and the only way to get a hold of them is by email. You can't call this person. There's no phone number. Do I want to deal with a company like that? Absolutely not. I want to pick up the phone. I want to physically talk to somebody with a physical location, everything like that. The next question, this is number 3. The next question you want to ask them, are your installers employees of your company, or are they contractors? Meaning, are these guys, you 1099 them, or are they on the payroll? Are they your physical employees? And why is that important? Well, the issue there is that when you've got folks showing up and things aren't going right and everything like that, you want to be able to call the company. Or there's warranty items or something like that. I got to go deal with somebody who's a contractor? No, I don't want to be dealing with that kind of stuff, dude. I want to stop shopping. I don't want to be dealing with, again, 3, 4, 5 different people. So the installers is absolute. You got to have people that are employed by the company, not 1099. You don't want that. So adding on to if they answer, yeah, we got our own installers, they're on the payroll, everything like that. The next question you're going to ask based off of that one is, to these guys, you have a training program? Are these folks, your installers, well versed on power tools, measuring tapes, squares, metal cutting tools, welders, drilling through concrete, anything and everything you could think of that somebody would do and deal with in construction? Are these folks well versed? Because there's lots of horror stories out there. I mean, guys who don't use chalk lines. I mean, that's another one. On my project here, and got this on the background here as we're looking through at it right now. That building is all, they use chalk lines extensively. We did that throughout the building to make sure that we don't have one missed spot in there. Every self-tapping metal screw went into a steel a tube, nothing missed. So, again, are the installers trained and well versed on construction techniques? Now, after you've gotten through all those questions and you're asking that stuff, and of course, the next thing you're going to do is ask for references. Now, the company came and did this. Now, I had a broker. I didn't know at the time, but I had a broker, and I lucked out because the company, the installers, and where it was subbed out to and everything like that was an A+ company. Man, I can't say enough about that company. They did a project here for the county. They were done with that. They came over and did mine. So, had I known that, I would have sat there and had no problems dealing with this company rather than the broker. I would have gone directly with them. So you want references. And believe me, all these companies, most of them are based out of North Carolina. If you're on the East Coast, most of them are around, Mount Airy, in that area around there, and they do buildings all up and down. I'm sure they've done a building close to you. You want a reference or references. Based on that one, the next thing you want to do is you want to look through the internet search on Better Business Bureau, and you can plug that company name in, whoever you're dealing with, stuff like that. Now, the broker I dealt with had 0 complaints. No issues with him through the Better Business Bureau. But the company that came in had 27 complaints over the last 3 years. Now, I carefully read through those complaints to see what was going on there. And a lot of them were BS. Okay, so one of them, I'll give you an example. The guy was complaining that everything was not going square anymore, and they had gaps in the building and all this other stuff. Well, the response from the company was they said they forewarned him that he needed a solid foundation. He wanted it on dirt. Well, they put it on dirt for him. And if you don't have something like concrete piers, asphalt, something that's going to be stable, forget about it, man. That thing's going to fall apart. And that's what happened to him. You built on dirt, it's not going to last. So that's one example. I could take the majority of those other complaints over and throw them out the window because they were really BS. This crew was spot on, man. I don't have any problems with them. They didn't miss anything. They no walking on the screws. Everything is plumb, square, everything like that. Spot on. I couldn't ask for a better company. Came in and did this stuff. So, anyhow, hopefully this helps you. This is just some questions. And I hope it helps somebody out there to ask these questions before you sign a contract on any of this stuff. You start getting into the nitty-gritty of your building and stuff like that. You want to specify. You want 8-foot, 10-foot walls, whatever it may be. We went 10-foot walls on this building. Do you want 26 gauge on the panels or 29? I went 26 on the panels. The tubing, 2 1/4 inch, it's 12 gauge thickness tubing, square tubing. Paid a few dollars extra for that. Yeah, all that stuff. You want to ask all those questions. Oh, and here's the biggest one. Some of these companies will not build to the dimension of your concrete. They build 6 inches in. I got a neighbor. They did that to him. They shorted him on metal, and now he's got water leaks going through it, everything like that. His building, and that's not cool. These guys went right to the edge and brought the metal panels right down past the concrete, so we don't have water penetration issues and everything like that. There's a lot of companies out there doing some real shoddy work, man. You've got to do your due diligence and research and ask these questions. So, anyhow, we're getting almost 9.5 minutes into the video. I hope some of my thoughts here on purchasing a building, this is what I would ask if I got to do this again, help somebody out there. This place is a minefield. Trust me, there's a lot of crap work going on out there, and people, just horror stories on the YouTube. You can see all of that. Hopefully this video helps somebody out there. Folks, thanks for your time. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully my thoughts on this help somebody, and have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.